We present the project author of Altadem, Georgian Belarus Business Group, partners World Energies Canada, by initiative of Chester, SRO, Czech Republic, and GV Designs, LLC, USA. The project, International Center for Business and Tourism, Pearl of the Black Sea. According to the concept of the denoted project, respectively to the Georgian legislation, that is scheduled to be updated in city Batumi in Gonia Quariati settlement on so-called the former military polygon area on the 315 hectares of land. On Halvachauri area, 98 hectares, while in Guria region, 500 hectares. The creation of free industrial zone, free tourist zones, and free virtual zone. For this purpose, a joint stock company was founded by the Georgian Registration Corporation, International Business and Tourism Center. In this regard, on the basis of the preliminary negotiations and international financial groups interested in the agreement, there is obtained from 15 to 30 billion US dollars of foreign investment attraction in the form of decision, namely in city Batumi, on the territory of Gonia Quariati of 315 hectares of land of the 4,500 million US dollars of investment, while on the Kalvachauri territory of 98 hectares of land, no less than 500 million US dollars, and in Guria region to carry out the construction for the agro-industrial complex, no less than 100 million US dollars of investment, where at least 20,000 people will be employed, 90% of which will be the citizens of Georgia. These investments in the future based on International Investment Bank support will be directed to the financing of all projects of Zone the Pearl of the Black Sea, as well as on the whole territory of Georgia and the Autonomous Republic of Adjara in accordance with the mutually beneficial terms and conditions of Georgia state and investors and all other persons participating in the project for funding solid investments. For the purpose to confirm the financial investment, the project Pearl of the Black Sea will have a written confirmation from the UK financial group of Altadem, World Enterprise Group, a group Crafini, and the Emirates Financial Group Alliance United. The project envisaged the total investment commitment of funding preparedness. Also, the potential investors have expressed their willingness to participate in the realization of the project. They carried out the financial transactions by support of the large banks, such as HSBC, Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, Standard Bank, and the others. The creation of free industrial zone will increase for the period of 49 years the number of transfers in state and local budgets. Only income tax amount, according to preliminary calculations, after the project's 5-year phase of implementation, it amounts no less than 40 million US dollars per year, while in the meantime, in the process of construction, only on the settlement Gonia Quariati, to the value of the work done on the 315 hectares from $4.5 billion in the form of VAT in the budget will be enlisted 700 million US dollars, while the Georgian company's profit will be from 10%, 382 million US dollars. In total, the payments will be to 966 million, while the total budget revenues are expected to 1,011 million. After additional analysis, there will be determined the estimated number of investments on the territory of Kalvachauri, 500 million US dollars, and in Guria region, 100 million US dollars. The general leaseholders of the project are industrial commercial firm Gialit, Ukraine, Murad-mi Holding Emirates, construction companies Anagi, Georgia, and Georgia Tomorrow, Georgia. The general leaseholders, with the participation of Georgian construction subcontractors, will carry out the construction of the project, which includes IT Technology International Center, international financial institutions, the stock exchange, the financial, industrial, and trade exchanges, investment banks, insurance companies, leasing companies, and other financial institutions, business centers and congress halls, A-class tourist infrastructure, A-class residential complexes, creation of industrial production zone. There will be established the IT International Center with the participation of IBM partnership subsidiary companies, which will be a unique event in the informational technology sector of Georgia. It will promote to attract the hundreds of millions of dollars of foreign investment. The project is supported by the legislative level, which allows the creation of 4,000 new jobs and the use of the latest IT technologies in the public administration system and everyday life of Georgia. At the same time, the development of this sector sharply increases the demand for highly qualified personnel, which will be the basis for the development of an educational base. Georgian companies will be able to compete on an equal to the IT technologies world market. The experts of domestic and foreign IT companies operating in Georgia have a positive impact on the Georgian economy, while the existence of strongest financial institutions on the territory of Georgia will promote the development of banking sector and the strengthening of the exchange rate of lari, as well as the entering of major foreign insurance companies in Georgia will strengthen and improve the Georgian insurance system. On the base of Georgia's regional development strategy, one of the main priorities of the project's development is an international tourism and environmental issues. The project envisages in the surrounding area in delta of the River Cherokee the rehabilitation of temporary residence of migratory birds and the creation of the recreation zone over 100 hectares of land, residential complexes, high-end luxury apartments, multi-story buildings, luxury villas plots and land plots in the recreational zone, the new A-class multifunctional tourism, health spa, shopping, entertainment, sport complexes, stadiums, ice rinks, aquapark, concert and exhibition halls, cafes, restaurants, and on a specially designed area for a limited presence, the gambling business facilities will create a comfortable and pleasant atmosphere for residents of all ages. The high level of infrastructure and great opportunities for family life can really be comfortable in terms of individual success. All of this will increase the flow of tourists to 1,200,000, which in itself will create 3,000 of new jobs in Georgia. In residential complexes, there will be built a new, modern of its kind kindergartens, schools, colleges, medical and healthcare facilities. In the high-rise buildings of the non-residential areas will be located the social and domestic services, financial institutions and their branches, bank branches, pharmacies, store departments, and multi-brand stores. Construction land plot includes the beautiful terrain of multifunctional park, the cultivation of recreational area, a large number of pedestrians and bike paths, green zones, and the existence of leisure zone. There will not be a tight settlement. On the contrary, there will be a free zone in terms of investment and isolation on the entire automobile route in order to secure safe operation of transportation and to improve environmental conditions. In the form of public transport, there were used the electric buses for disabled persons with special lines. A wide boulevard will connect the residential complex to the River Cherokee and azure shores of Black Sea. On the land plot of industrial production zone, there will be located no less than 20 units of the plant. There will be employed a minimum of 10,000 people. New enterprises provide the latest telecommunication systems for the production of energy resources in making, distributing, and accounting for the supply and installation of technological lines, such as electricity, gas, heat, and water, alternative energy sources. There will be established the factories in exceptional complexity of special reinforced concrete products, concrete, building materials, and long concrete and expanded clay concrete construction blocks, panels and tiles, road pavement materials, and manufacturing lines. For individual complexes, services of surrounding areas, engineering and communication systems, roads and communication, there will be created the new utilities, the new treatment units. There will be purchased the special construction technique. Also, there is envisaged the liquidation of dense domestic waste polygon, the recultivation of soil, the construction of processing plant for secondary raw materials and dense domestic waste. On the project's initial phase, on the basis of an agreement with the government of the Autonomous Republic of Georgia and a permit with the Ministry of Defense of Georgia, and the presence of a foreign investor, by using the modern technological means, in particular unmanned aircraft, there was conducting the topographic shooting and geodesic works of a locality and the surrounding area for identifying and establishing the land boundaries and zone of Pearl of the Black Sea. At the end of urban planning and defining the zone, the organizers will start the coast protecting defensive works of the Black Sea coastline, the construction of hydrotechnical buildings, bridges, artificial obstacles, and reinforcement of the riverbank of Cherokee. These works will be carried out according to the necessary rule by agreement of the local specialists. According to the increase of passenger and cargo flow, the denoted project includes the construction of the Batumi airport, the construction of an additional runway, the passenger and cargo terminal, where will be available to reception of private aircrafts. In the line of Gonyo, it is also planned the construction of yacht club with taking into account the necessary infrastructure. According to the will of City Hall of Batumi, a foreign company can do urban planning works of Batumi. This work will be financed at the expense of the whole value of the investors. Currently, intensive work is going in Guria Regional Administration with participation of foreign specialists in relation with the construction of agro-industrial complex and a subsequent action plan for a variety of procedural issues. According to the above-mentioned financial support, the largest experience of partner companies, and by using the technical capabilities together, the denoted project will make Batumi as a real pearl of the Black Sea, and it will become a well-deserved pride of Georgia.